All right. Time is winding like a watch. Zilean. He's only 2 mana. Okay. All right. This dude, he's only costs 2. He's a 2 mana 1/4. He says play, create 4 time bombs in your deck, then predict. Okay. And he levels up once you've destroyed. I've seen you destroy 2 allied time bombs. Excellent. Okay.
Where am I? Let me.
Okay, there they are. There are the time bombs. We found, wow, he found 2 of them immediately. Time bomb, there. Oh, they are landmarks. Okay, I should have known. I should have known they would be landmarks. So a time bomb is a 2 mana landmark. It says, when I'm summoned, draw 1 and advance other allied time bombs 1 round. When I'm summoned, draw 1 and advance other time bombs 1 round. Countdown 1. Deal 1 to enemies and the enemy. Oh wow! Deal 1 to enemies and the enemy nexus. It just pings everything. Draw 1 and advance other allied time bombs. So if you have it, so if you play a time bomb, it draws a card. If you play the second time bomb, it blows up the first time bomb and draws a card. So it's 2 mana, deal 1 to everything, and draw a card. It's 2 mana, draw a card, and then and it's deal 1 to everything, but not now. It's deal 1 to everything like a Blighted Ravine. This is actually like a little. These are little mini Blighted Ravines actually, which is sick. That's actually sick. It's Blighted Ravine that doesn't hit your side of the board. That's actually wow. To only enemies. Yeah. It's a blighted. It's a smaller Blighted Ravine that instead of healing, draws you a card, but doesn't hit enemies. This looks sick. This looks incredible. And then you can accelerate them, but you can only have 1 out at a time, right? Because if you play a time bomb and then you play a second one from your hand, it blows up the first one. The second one doesn't though. The second one just stays out. Okay. All right.
It is now as it would be then.
Yeah, I read this already. Thank you. Thank you, Riot. I did read it already, though.
I suppose soon should be now. It was bound to happen sooner or later. I just accelerate.
Yeah, we saw that already. We saw that already. Okay.
Time waits for no one. Ooh. No one but me.
Ooh. All right. Levels up, goes to 2/5, as he should, right? Maokai. Okay, so he's got Maokai stats, by the way. Poor Maokai. All right. Round start. Create a fleeting... What? Round start. Create a fleeting copy of each non-fleeting card I saw you play last round. Create a fleeting copy of each non-fleeting card I saw you play last round. Play. Create 4 time bombs in your deck, then predict. Same as before. Victor. No. I mean, okay, but no. Create. Oh, maybe. Oh, I see what you mean, Bokrad. Oh. Maybe. Yeah, you could try that. That wouldn't be awful. I can see where you're going with this, Bokrad. I can see where you're going with this. All right. Create a fleeting copy of each non-fleeting card I saw you play last round. Create 4 time bombs in your deck, then predict. So he just lets you. He just gives you insane card advantage when he levels up, I guess. Such a Johnny card.
Haven't I been here before?
Ah, that's new. Scrying Sands. 1 mana, burst speed spell, Scrying Sands. Predict. Oh, Azir can also predict. Predict, give an enemy -2/-0. Ooh, uh-oh.
I see you picked up a little more than knowledge.
Facing certain doom, I had to be resourceful.
We're still not playing Kahiri, guys.
We're on this timeline.
We're still not playing Kahiri the Return.
No time to waste.
Remember, time spent planning is never wasted.
This is not good enough for Kahiri the Return. Don't worry. Yo, Riot. Riot. Is this really the time to be advertising atrocity right now? People are a little angry at that card right now, right?
Is a teacher to us all.
Is this really the time to be advertising atrocity? Oh, okay. I guess Aurelia might be next. Is that atrocity isn't a problem? Lol. I actually believe that. I actually agree with that. Atrocity isn't that big of a problem, but people are really angry at it anyway. You know, that's not really the issue. Atrocity isn't actually like OP or anything, but people don't like it. So like, you know, it doesn't really matter. All right. Ah, here we are. Here we are. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. That 1 mana burst -2. Oh, Scrying Sands. You think Scrying Sands gonna be in every deck? That could be. That could be. Let's zoom out just a little. There we are. Okay. So a 2 mana 1/4. Play. Create 4 time bombs in your deck and then predict. And I've seen you destroy 2 allied time bombs. So we were right. Zilean sort of bridges the gap between landmarks and predicting, right? That's really interesting, but I thought they would be like in a bad way, but they have actually made something really cool here. Atrocity is the new Fiora, but I actually like it. Sure, Atrocity is like a Fiora that I can love. I like that, Bokrat. I like that. Okay, so level 1 Zilean just predicts once. He's a 1/4 that predicts once, and he makes these 4 time bombs in your deck. If he dies, if Zilean dies and you play a second Zilean, you'll get more. You'll get more time bombs. You'll get 8. But it's not on summon though. I was about to say you could Chronicler of Ruins and make more time bombs in your deck, but that is not true. It's only a play effect. Okay. And time bombs are pretty good, right? Time bombs are these little mini blighted ravines. Deal 1 to enemies and the enemy nexus. And then when he levels up, if you can get 2 of these guys out and blown up, you get 2 of these out and exploded, Zilean levels up, and then he says round start, create a fleeting copy of each non-fleeting card I saw you play last round. So time bomb, so presumably Zilean is going to level up. Generally when Zilean levels up, it's going to be at round start, right? Because that's when landmarks go off, or that's when countdown landmarks go off, right? At round start, you know, you'll play 1 time bomb, you'll play the second one, the first one will blow up, and then at round start, the next time bomb will blow up, and Zilean will level up, but he won't do his effect until the next round start, right? Because level 2 Zilean has an effect that happens at round start, but that won't happen until next round start after he levels up, generally speaking. Usually speaking, unless you advance these manually, which is actually a big reason to have cards that manually advance your time bombs, right? Is to get Zilean going off 1 turn earlier. That actually makes sense. And then his leveled up effect is create a fleeting copy of each non-fleeting card I saw you play last round. So you could just it's essentially a doubled card advantage. You just get twice as many cards for as long as he's alive. Right? Every time you play a real card and not a fleeting card, he creates a copy of that non-fleeting. He creates a fleeting copy of that non-fleeting card next round. So you can like duplicate every card you play. As long as Zilean's on the board, you can sort of play twice if he survives the round. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's actually ridiculous. That's a lot. Card draw. Card draw? Who needs card draw? I have Zilean. I don't ever need card draw again. You guys aren't even talking about Zilean. You guys are done with Zilean. You're moving on. All right. He's got a champ spell, Chrono Shift. Oh God, his champion spell costs 8 or it costs 7 and it's burst. All right. Chrono Shift. Burst speed spell. Give an allied champion. The next time I die this round, fully heal me and grant me +3/+3 instead. Oh. They went and did it, chat. They actually brought Zilean's ultimate into the game. And they literally only made it work for champions. That's hilarious. Give an allied champion. The next time I would die this round, fully heal me and grant me +3/+3. Holy crap. That could be insane, actually. What the heck? I can see, I think it's gonna be like siphoning, where it's really good as a champ spell, but not usually main decked. I don't know. Can you imagine that in like ye old Immortal Fiora? Immortal Fiora would love this card, you know? I think there's gonna be certain decks, well, I don't know this, but I feel like there would be certain decks that would like love that, you know? Opponent Rite of Negations us, we never cast another spell. I don't know, it's burst speed. Rite of Negation doesn't work on Chrono Shift, it's burst speed. Rob, I have something important to tell you. Zilean is deceptively difficult to level. Please make a Vic Zilean deck when it comes out. I mean, we'll be doing lots of things when these cards come out, dude. We've still got 2 more champions coming out and decks that are gonna be built. Victor Zilean sounds fine. I just don't know how well Shurima and Piltover go together, you know? Like, they just don't like each other. I don't get the feeling that Piltover and Shurima go well together. I hope landmarks aren't good so I can keep playing Sundisk. So, all right, let's keep looking at the next card. There's one more card we haven't seen yet, and that's this one, Soothsayer. When I'm summoned, Soothsayer, 2 mana 1/4, just like Zilean, ironically. When I'm summoned, grant allied champions and landmarks. You're kidding. What? I'm sorry, what? When I'm summoned, grant allied champions. Oh, champions and landmarks spell shield. Landmarks? Yeah, landmarks. She gives all your landmarks spell shield because they can have that apparently. Apparently landmarks can have keywords now. Who knew? Victor got spell shield. Yes, Bokrad, yes. This is a 2 mana give your champion spell shield. This is an even better argument for Victor Zilean, dude. Oh wow, that's actually a really good reason to run Victor Zilean. Is you just give Victor spell shield for 2 mana and a body. What the hell is this? This can't be right. This can't be right. Look at that. That's 2 mana for a decent body, not a great body, admittedly 1/4, but a decent body. And spell shield on every champion and landmark you have on the board? What? Yo, do you guys remember that old card? Oh god, I don't even know its name. You guys know the 2-drop from Demacia? That's a 1/4. Elite Vanguard Summoner or whatever it is. Vanguard Lookout. Yeah, Peppy Padwin's way ahead of me. Vanguard Lookout. Yo, poor Vanguard Lookout. You say Vanguard Lookout power creep, but Vanguard Lookout started out power crept because he was released alongside Boom Crew Rookie, who had 4 health at the time. So like, it's just Vanguard Lookout's just never had it going for him, you know. This is not a bad card. Soothsayer, just 2 mana. This looks ridiculous. 2 mana for a 1/4 that also just gives your champion spell shield. And landmarks. He wasn't even an elite at the time. I know he wasn't even an elite at the time. Okay, so now we can go back. Hold on. Now we can go back and look at the cards that were revealed yesterday, right? and see how they help this. Because Time Bomb is cool and all. Time Bomb looks sick, actually. Zilean looks great. Time Bomb looks sick. Soothsayer looks great with things that are not Zilean. Soothsayer looks like something that will be awesome for things that are not Zilean. I guess she also gives landmark spell shield so that, you know, inevitably when people start running landmark removal again, if that ever happens, you know, you can counter landmark removal because Riot fucking hates landmark removal, but that's fine. Riot hates landmark removal. They hate it, dude. They hate it. That's fine. She's also gives champs spell shield, and that's the important thing. She seems like she'd be really cool. I actually really do want to build her with Victor now. Bokarad has infused his energy into me. That sounds awesome. But now we can go back. Now we can go back and look at the cards from yesterday. Oh, how do I do that actually? Let's look at yesterday's cards. Let's look at yesterday's cards. So now we can, now that we've seen Zilean, we can come back and try to evaluate these other cards, right? Which didn't make much sense yesterday. Honestly, they still don't make that much sense. Preservationist, I still don't see a landmark. Like, what do you want to play this on? Just Sundisk, right? Is there anything you want to play Preservationists on besides Sundisk and maybe a Frozen Thrall? Scroll Rob, just scroll? Oh, if I had scrolled down, would I have seen them all? Oh, I'm an idiot. That's fine. We're here. It's fine. I figured it out, guys. Don't worry. Nothing card is trash. It looks like trash. Nothing as of yet. Yeah, this one... There must be something, right? They must be making something. Some big, scary landmark that this is gonna, like, pump up. I don't know. I don't know. Time in a Bottle. Even comparing this to something like Time in the Bottle, Preservationist looks bad, right? It's 5 mana for a 4/4, and you advance something. Whereas this is 2 mana for a Predict, and you advance. Yeah, that's not a great card either. I just don't feel like advancing landmarks is worth very much mana, you know? Advancing landmarks just doesn't seem to be worth that much mana. And you know, these cards all seem pretty meh. You know what I mean? The Clock Hand looks even worse, by the way. I like Preservationist looks terrible. The Clock Hand, you're not spending 8 mana for a 4/7 ever. You're not doing that. You're just not doing that, right? You're just not. And I mean, these instant sentries are you know, they cost 0, and that's good. It's good that these cost 0, but summon a random landmark with Countdown, which doesn't include Sundisk, which is like any Countdown landmark except Sundisk, apparently, unless your deck is already running Sundisk. Or advance a landmark 4 rounds. Yeah, I just can't see it. I just don't see any of these. I just don't see any of these cards being useful at all. With 0 keywords. Yeah, it's a 4/7 with 0 keywords. 3 free landmarks. You only get 2. 2 instant sentries. You get 1 free landmark, and then you can advance it all the way if you want. Or you can just make 2 free Countdown landmarks. But it might be Blighted Ravine. But you might just get Blighted Ravine. So like, there must be some good landmarks with Countdown coming. I mean, people swim. A lot of people, mostly swim, were saying that Zilean was gonna like when I'm summoned, create a big landmark. And he doesn't. He creates lots of little landmarks. So what the hell is this? What am I advancing by 4? I don't know, dude. I don't know. That's pretty rough. There's also one. There's actually here. There's one more. There's also one more card that's just as bad. Clockwork Curator, 2 mana 2/2 that just advances an allied landmark by 2. That's better. I said that's just as bad. That's better than the Preservationist. That's okay. 2 mana 2/2 to and an advance. This I don't understand what you're playing this on. That's not Sundisk though. I still like same as the other ones. Like you just play it on Sundisk, and Sundisk really can't have. I don't think Sundisk even has room for this, right? Their 2-drops. They're playing Rockhopper already. Do they have another good 2-drop in that deck? If not, then maybe Clockwork Curator's fine. If they don't, if Mono Shurima Sundisk decks don't have good 2-drops, then maybe they'll run this. The 2/3 Predict, and now Soothsayer. Would Mono Shurima run Soothsayer? Only if no. Mono Shurima would only run Soothsayer if people are actually running landmark removal, and they're not right now. So I don't think that's an issue. I don't think that's an issue. You get a 9 mana Ascended Rise play. You spell shield your champs before Ascended's Rise. You shouldn't. Okay, I'm gonna say something that a lot of people in chat are not going to appreciate. You shouldn't. I don't think you should be playing Ascended's Rise in the Sundisk deck. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. I don't. That card's not good. I don't think so either. Okay, cool. That is a strat though. That is a strat that you can build towards now. Hey, Hybris, thanks for the follow. Sometimes you need to level out. Yeah, I mean, maybe you could run it as a one-of. I mean, maybe you can run Ascended Rise as a one-of, but I don't think it's enough of a reason to put Soothsayer in your deck. All right, so I guess Mono Shurima will take out the Predict card. They'll take out the 2/3 Predict guy, and they'll put in Clockwork Curator. And then maybe they'll play Preservationist and Hierophant, and like their whole deck will be towards leveling up the Sundisk, and that'll be fine. You know, the more I think about that, the more it doesn't sound awful. Maybe we should probably test that before we write it off as just garbage, right? Because this is a lot of things that accelerate, right? If you play Sundisk on 1, and then you play Clockwork Curator on 2, and then you play Hierophant on 3, and then you play Preservation, and then you play like Renekton on 4, and then you play like Preservationist on 5, that's at your Sundisk is already at like -2, -5, -8, and it's round 5, so you have to subtract 4. So that's -12. Your Sundisk is already at 13. So if all you have to do now is level up 1 champion, right? So eventually you play it like 3 rounds later, you play Azir and the Sundisk goes off. That might be fine, right? Like that could be fine. There's something to be said for critical mass. There's always something to be said for critical mass. Peppy Padwin's right. Okay. All right. I mean, okay. I could see it. The problem with this is actually leveling up a champion that's not Azir while also doing this, right? You can do all that and that's great. But how does that deck now level Renekton? I mean, I guess they're still running exhausts, but that's not really good enough. Maybe you run exhaust and like, I guess you're still running Rockhopper. I don't know. It's a little, it seems clunky. I think that's the big problem. That's the big problem with that deck, right? Is it's always just freaking clunky. No matter what you do, it's just gonna be clunky because you're only running cards from a single region. And then we've also got these 2 other cards that I should probably talk about. We got Chip who's from Targon. A little Malphite teaser here. This card is cute. That's its biggest. The biggest appeal of this card is that it's cute. I know. I've been on Reddit. Once you've summoned a landmark this game, grant me +2/+2. This card actually looks really good. This is a 1-mana 3/3 in like decks, right? Like maybe Malphite Zilean. Maybe we're gonna be building Malphite Zilean, and it'll be like super duper easy to get this guy as a 3/3 all the time. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. Malphite Talia, let's go. I mean, probably actually, but Talia is garbage, and Malphite better be. If Malphite's awesome, if they want to make Talia Malphite a thing, and they want to make Malphite awesome to like balance out Talia, we're just gonna run Malphite without Talia. So like, Malphite better be insane. But even if he is, we're just not running Talia. So like, Talia's just doomed, you know. Rock on rock. Talia riding Malphite on ult. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Anyway, Zilean looks badass. Zilean looks awesome. I cannot wait to mess around with these freaking time bombs. They look so cool. Chrono Shift looks scary as hell. I don't know where this is going to take people, but I am frightened of it. I don't know where this is gonna show up in decks, or if it ever will, but my god, when it does, I'm afraid of it. And then we got Scrying Sands, which actually looks really good, right? Predict, give an enemy -2/-0 this round. That looks really good. This actually looks like low-key Nasus support. Right? This looks like low-key, like, let's get Nasus hitting Nexus, right? Like, oh, you've got one blocker that has 3 attack. Let me just, boom, you know, let me just get that a little lower, swing in with my 14/14 Nasus. I don't need Atrocity. Atrocity's good, but I don't need it if you can't block me, like, you know? So it's probably not good enough to run. I don't think this is good enough to make the cut in Nasus Thresh, but even so. And the Soothsayer looks low-key really, really strong. Soothsayer looks actually really strong in the right deck. All right.